Welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to discuss the topic Bahujan movements in South India. The term Bahujan is used in Buddhist scripts. It means majority of people. The term was used by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and Jyotirao Phule to describe caste discrimination and oppression of the majority of people in Hindu society. The term subaltern is used to describe the anti-caste movements that emerged as a part of Dalit movement, particularly in South India. So, what does this Bahujan mean? The word Bahujan comes from ancient Buddhist texts. It simply means the majority people, not just the rich or powerful, but everyday people, especially those who were treated unfairly in the society. How did Ambedkar and Phule use it? So, Ambedkar and Jyotirao Phule used Bahujan to talk about how most people in Hindu society, especially those from lower caste, were oppressed and denied with rights. They wanted to show that caste discrimination wasn't just hurting a few people, but a huge part of population. Think of it this like if society were a classroom and five students got books and while others 45 were ignored. Ambedkar and Phule would say, let's speak up for the 45. That's the Bahujan. And subaltern is a fancy word used by historians and thinkers to describe people who are left out power and decision making, especially those from lower caste, tribal groups, and poor backgrounds. In South India, many anti-caste movements started where these subaltern groups stood up and said, "We deserve respect and education and equality too." Imagine a big party where only few guests are allowed to eat, speak, and dance, while the rest are told to sit quietly in the corner. Ambedkar and Phule and the Dalit movement said this. Like we want respect, we want power, we want right to education, we want right to speak, we want right to vote. They ask for everything that all the major castes have also were used to, like Brahmins, Kshatriyas, upper caste people. And how this happened in Madras. The Adi Dravida Mahasabha was formed by R. Srinivasan in 1892. This was the first Dalit community of Tamils. The Prayars were identified as Adi Dravidians. A resolution was passed in the legislature in 1922. It was too long, 30 years long fight. The Andhra Dravida Mahajana Sabha was formed. So, Adi Dravida Mahasabha. It was formed in 1892. A leader named R. Srinivasan started a group called Adi Dravidian Mahasabha. So, this was the first organization formed by Dalits, especially Tamil speaking people. So, Madras is today's Chennai or Tamil Nadu, you can say, to fight for these rights. People from prior caste were called Adi Dravidians, means original Dravidians, to show the pride and their identity and history. In 1922, a law was passed in the government to support their recognition. Later, another group called Andhra Dravida Mahajana Sabha was formed to continue this movement in Andhra Pradesh. Imagine a school where some students were always ignored. Then one student stood up and said, "We belong here too." That's what R. Srinivasan did. He helped Dalits to organize and speak up for themselves. Uh, okay, next we are done with that. Advaitananda Sabha. Ayodhya Das was born in Pariya caste. He condemned inequality in Hinduism and advocated for rights of Dalits. He argued that Dalits were originally Buddhist and have been forced to accept Hinduism. He promoted the idea of returning to Buddhism and opposed caste-based discrimination. He played key role in the formation of Dravida Mahajana Sabha. So, this is a part of social reform movement. So who started it was Ayoti Das. So let's dive deep into this. I'll explain everything. Ayoti Das was born in Pariya caste, which faced discrimination. He strongly criticized Hinduism for treating Dalits unfairly. He believed that Dalits were originally Buddhist and have been forced into Hinduism over time. So he encouraged Dalits to return to Buddhism, which teaches equality and compassion. He also helped the Dravida Mahaja Sabha, a group that worked for Dalit rights and dignity. Think of someone who says we are once a part of kind of fair group, but we are pushed into an unfair system. Let's go back to what respected us. Like he wants to go back to Buddhism again. That's what Ayoti Das believed and thought. Self-respect movement. The self-respect movement was founded in 1925 by Ramaswamy Nayakar to improve living conditions of Dravidians. Ramaswamy Nayakar, also known as Periyar, is considered the father of Dravidian movement in Tamil Nadu. The movement aimed to achieve equal rights for women and eradicate caste-based discrimination. So, it all started in 1925. A bold leader named Ramaswamy Nayakar, also called Periyar, started the self-respect movement in Tamil Nadu. He wanted to help Dravidian people, especially those from lower caste, to live with dignity and equality. The movement was all about equal rights for all. Periyar believed that everyone deserves respect, no matter the caste, the gender, and he wanted to support women to have equal rights, education, and freedom to make their own choices. Against caste discrimination, the movement challenged the unfair caste system, especially the dominance of Brahmins in society, and promoted rational thinking. Periyar encouraged people to think logically and question blind beliefs, encouraged intercaste marriages. He believed that marrying across caste would help break barriers, rejected religious rules that caused injustice. The movement opposed rituals and traditions kept people unequal, like Devadasi system. Okay, uh, see the definition first. It opposed the dominance of Brahmins and promoted rationalism and self-respect. The movement encouraged intercaste marriages and rejected religious orthodoxy. The ideology of the movement was rooted in rationalism and aimed to eliminate the Devadasi system and other social injustice. Everyone, like if you are preparing for exams, I suggest you to take a screenshot of this and read it out or write it down. However, you think you will remember this. So, in exam, you will have to write few lines of bookish language. Not what I'm explaining is totally good for the your exams. I hope you add 2 to 3 lines of this description to get good results in your exams. And okay, best of luck for your exams. Or if you are just for knowledge purpose, you can skip this part. So the movement opposed rituals and traditions that kept people unequal, like Devadasi system, which exploited women. Imagine a classroom where only few students were allowed to speak, learn, or play just because of their last name or family background. Periyar movement said that's not fair. Everyone deserves respect, freedom, and a chance to succeed. Social movements. Kerala Pratyaksha Raksha Daiva Sabha, PRDS to in short, founded by Kuramadevan and Pulaya community in Kerala, aimed in improving conditions of cashless society and Dalits. The movement was active in organizing assemblies and campaigns for Dalit rights between 1921 and 1931. In early 1900s, Kumaradevan, a leader from Pulaya community, a Dalit group in Kerala, started the movement called Pratyaksha Rakshadaiva Sabha. His goal was to protect and uplift Dalits and those who were treated as casteless or outside caste system. This was gone between 1921 and 1931. The movement held meetings, gatherings, and campaigns to demand equal rights and better living conditions for Dalits. Imagine a group of students who were never allowed to join school events. Kumaradevan said, "Let's organize our own events and speak up for our own rights." Like they just stood up and they spoke within themselves, like how higher caste people were united, these lower caste people were also being united, and this happened in 1921 and 1931 due to Pratyaksha Raksha Daiva Sabha, PRDS in short. That's what this movement did, gives Dalits voice. Sadhu Jana Paripalana Yogam. Okay. Initiated by Ayankali in 1907, the movement focused on education of Dalits in Kerala and collaborated with government to establish schools. Ayankali also organized a workers' union and led a strike for Dalit labor rights. So, a powerful Dalit leader, Ayankali. In Kerala, he started Sadhu Jana Paripalana Yogam. His main focus was education for Dalits. He believed that learning was the key to freedom and equality. He worked for government to open school for Dalit children, which was a big step forward. Ayankali also formed a workers' union and led strike to demand fair treatment and wages for Dalit laborers. Think of a student who says, "We deserve books, teachers, and respect." Just like everyone says, Ayankali didn't just say it, he made it happen. Karshaka Sangam, 1932, led by Ayankali, same person. This movement aimed to organize agricultural laborers and fight against feudal system, contributing advancements of Dalits. In 1932, Ayankali, a strong Dalit leader from Kerala, started Karshaka Sangam. The goal was to bring together agricultural workers, especially Dalits, who were treated unfairly by landlords. At the time, the feudal law system meant rich landowners had all power and poor farmers had no rights. Ayankali wanted to fight this injustice and help Dalit laborers to get fair wages, respect, and better working conditions. So imagine, for example, imagine a school where only few students get lunch and rest out to work without food. Ayankali said, "Let's stand together and demand equal treatment." That's what Karshaka Sangam did for farm workers. And what happened in Karnataka? Devaraya Ingle from 1889 to 1972 led the Bahujan movement in Karnataka and was the first scheduled caste member of Karnataka Dalits. He was involved in various organizations and movements including Adi Karnataka Mahasabha and Mysore State Committee and Scheduled Caste Federation. So, what was his role? He was a pioneer for Dalit rights in Karnataka. He was first scheduled caste leader to represent Dalit in the region. He led the Bahujan movement which aimed to empower the majority of oppressed people. He helped from important groups like Adi Karnataka Mahasabha to unite Dalits and fight for their rights. Mysore State Committee of the Scheduled Caste Federation to push for political and social change. And think of a student who becomes the first from their community to join the school council. They speak up for others from student groups and make sure everyone gets fair chance. That's what Devaraya English did for Dalits in Karnataka. I think example is not good, so I'll explain it again. Think of a student who becomes the first from their community to join the school council. they speak up for others from student groups and make sure everyone gets fair chance. So he joined the big group and spoke up for his people, Dalits, and he spoke up like they also want fair chances. And that's what Devaraya Ingle done. So I hope you like this video. Please like, share and subscribe. We need your support at most at this moment. To subscribe, it just take 2 seconds for you. I hope you like the video. Please subscribe చేయండి. ఇంకా మస్తు వీడియోలు వస్తాయి, చేస్తూనే ఉంటాం. మొత్తం డిగ్రీ ఇంకా ఎంబీఏ ఇంకా ఇంటర్వ్యూ కూడా కవర్ చేద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నాం. we will get some people, నేనే కాదు ఇంకా 2-3 పీపుల్ కూడా యాడ్ అవుతారు వీడియోస్కి. అందరం గ్రూప్లా చేస్తామంటే అందరికీ సేమ్ సబ్జెక్ట్లో నాలెడ్జ్ ఉండదు కదా, డిఫరెంట్ సబ్జెక్ట్స్. సో యా, థ్యాంక్స్ ఫర్ వాచింగ్.